EA Sports.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And, CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers.
Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Cook on the first down carry there as he works his way forward for a gain of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but a guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
Cousins throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line.
And it shouldn't come as any surprise that you say Adam Thielen made a catch, and it was for a first down. He comes off another solid season, over 900 yards receiving, one of the best route runners in the NFL.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Well, this is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Play action now, Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
As we all know, a big priority for Cincinnati in 2021 is building up the line on both sides of the ball. They want to protect Joe Burrow on the offensive side, but the defense as a whole only produced 17 sacks last year, the lowest total in the NFL. So getting to the quarterback, as we just saw there, that's a nice sign for the Bengals.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And down to the 11. 53 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Joe Burrow keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, as a defender,
QB's last.
Running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Minnesota. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
They'll run on first down. Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Cousins now. And complete right side to Cook. Touchdown. Dalvin Cook from 19 yards away. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The point after is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
79 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Oh, he bowls over it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
There's the first NFL catch for Jamar Chase. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Another try for Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
And Brady, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals have taken the lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific, because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 3. He doubled 6. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, 39 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's polished off by a Viking score. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now a dump off here complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. First down, here's Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on 2nd down, Burrow. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Big 13.
To the air again, Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6.
11 MC tank. 11 MC tank.
Here's Burrow rolling to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. McPherson's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Pushes him over, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
136 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Something to watch here in Week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. From the 31, Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd and 5 now. Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
A few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow buying time to his left. And he will take it on in for a big. Joe Burrow with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing, because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Woods.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they're not not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Cousins to throw it. And that is incomplete.
He went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On first down, it's Cook, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook.
Already his second time this opening weekend.
And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, Mixon. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Well, you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Probably helps your confidence level on those 4th down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end and make sure the ball gets to the first down marker. But also, he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward. Because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there, well executed.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll run on first down. Mixon powers through it. And room there to work it inside the 25. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Again, it's Mixon. He's to the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Cousins and the Vikings down by 10. Just over a minute 40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Cousins. Cook, a first down and more.
That's complete. It's Cook.
Now Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On first down, Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly.
This goes out wide from Madison.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Cousins to throw.
He's going to get this one down to Cook. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Cousins. Caught on the slant. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. One last shot now for Cousins. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. The kick up and good, but they remain a field goal short as they wind up dropping this one by 3. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away some...